Grand rising, grand afternoon, grand evening, wherever you are, whatever time you are watching this. I just got a little download as I was writing this thank you card to my mother. And I just went shopping, right? But before that, I finished my final exam. More to come on that. After I get my certification, I will spill the beans. Trust me. But with that, me getting my certification will only help me take a step further into what I know to be my life purpose and my career. So, again, more on that to come. But anyway, before I went shopping, I was talking to my father, and I realized that a lot of people who have childhood trauma or inner conflict or have a really hard time as adults, right? Look for external validation, look for friendships, look for quick solutions to things because they were neglected as a child and they were not met with unconditional love. Yet, the solution to that is giving your parents unconditional love and being there to listen to them when they're going through mourning, grieving, loss, or when they are trying to do better for themselves. Like, for example, my mom is taking a college course. I just finished my course, so we understood, okay, we need time to study, we need quiet time, we need to focus on certain things, we need to make time during the day to be successful in our classes, right? And with my father, he is doing a lot of things on his own, but he's still stepping up to the plate because it is in regards to planning a funeral for his father. So he was talking to me and, telling me how certain family members or relatives don't want to really help and how it's frustrating and it's affecting his body. And I'm, as a Buddhist and someone who is studying to be, someone who connects the body, the mind, and the spirit, I was telling him, like, hey, these are the types of things that you're supposed to do, stretching, myofascial releases, and then work your way up to weightlifting, high intensity things, or else you're going to get more pinched nerves, more sore muscles, more unbalanced things after a workout, right? But it was within me asking him how he felt about having to plan everything and deal with these things head on. It was in that one question that he just started, not word vomit, but ranting about what was going on and how things are overwhelming or stressful. And it's like, I'm seeing such a different version of my parents because I've chosen to take the middle path, because I've chosen to honor my emotions, honor my sacred rage, and find a way to channel it through my art, through mediumship, through poetry, through expressing myself and not being so judgmental of myself so I won't be as judgmental to others, so I can give myself more grace, so I can give others grace, so I can be a compassionate human being when I am faced with apathy, narcissistic tendencies, just angry, vengeful people. And I'm saying this because I used to be that way, but I chose to seek higher guidance, because I chose to seek my higher self, because I chose to really dive deep into my spirit and rescue those parts of me that were disconnected, right? And I'm saying all this to say that if you feel like um, let's say your mental is a bit challenging, or it's hard to focus, or it's hard to complete a task. I was dealing with weeks of intrusive thoughts, of songs getting randomly stuck in my head while I was trying to focus or write notes or make flashcards or study. I was dealing with loud, distracting environments, all of those things, right? And it affected my mood, but I still chose to pace myself and move forward. And I think that translated a lot with how my internal world was. So when I took the time to go in nature, to journal, to write, again, to express and channel these things, instead of letting it overwhelm me and really sitting with the feeling, it went away quicker. And another thing, 555 is I just look back at the timer. Woo! Oh my goodness, cheers to that, right? And the other thing on top of that I'm saying is I, again, just passed my final exam, but the last 2 days I was having like rapid thinking, like just, again, intrusive thoughts, like boom, 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 one after another. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to just like take a walk. I need to, again, pace myself, slow down, right? But then after I finished the final exam, it was like all of those, random thoughts were sucked out of my head. Literally, I felt so calm and peaceful. So that's another confirmation to be like, okay, this is what I'm actually meant to do. I was getting so many distractions and things and blocks put in the way because something, right? Hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil. But something wanted me to give up on my path because it was my purpose. And because I'm choosing to heal myself, I am actively healing my family, which is actively healing my lineage, because I, instead of succumbing and just following whatever path they were on, no offense to them, right? But if you don't rescue your wounded inner child, and if you don't deal with that, internal unbalancing or the whatever disturbance it is, right? We all have traumas, right? But hurt people hurt people. Healed people heal people. So it's not saying you have to be perfect. It's not saying you have to constantly work on yourself, but try to be better so that you could understand yourself more, so that you don't give that to other people. And the thing is, if you are a part of the 144, chosen, earth angel, enlightened, starseed, whatever name we're putting in today, right? There's so many names. But the fact of the matter is, all you have to do is overcome narcissism. And all that is taking time to sit with yourself, to release shame, to release illusions and fear, and to just have radical acceptance, right? Like, obviously, self-acceptance, right? You have to love yourself and your flaws and your shortcomings, or else you're going to be really hard on yourself, and that's going to translate both internally and externally, because what you think and how you feel affects everything in your aura. It affects everything in your environment. And the more you think these thoughts, the more they start to appear. And the more you have these thoughts, the more it sticks to your energy and your aura. And the more that happens, the sicker you get. Again, I'm going to talk way more about this after my certification, but just know that if you actively heal yourself and sit with yourself and choose the middle ground, you don't have to be better than everyone. You don't have to cut people off and isolate, but a middle ground where you have your boundaries and you stand up for yourself and you honor your emotions, but you respect other people's differences and their emotions and their traumas, then you will literally have no problems in life, and you will become healthier for it. Mark my words. I'm 26 years old. Do I look 26? No. But that's because I've worked on my health internally, and it translates externally. Okay? More to come, but that was the message.